popped him up. Davidson in foul ground, but this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Lustig looks up. Gone! So it's a solo home run here, leading off the ball game. Number 11 for him on the season, as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
In now is the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Hero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Davidson, he's up with it. Throw gets him, 2 down. Next for New York, Domingo Santana. And the Yanks trying to make this first inning even sweeter here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Santana carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. The set and the 1-0 pitch. A ball and a strike now. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Line drive to left. Garcia is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Digging in now, Jacob May. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And leading off for the White Sox, center fielder, Jacob May.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty D, what we're seeing there is a team, D-Row. They're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence. You can tell guys are walking to the plate with a swagger. Their pitchers are taking them out and executing pitches down and away. This is a good ball club.
A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
That ball snaps.
One out, nobody on. To 1-2 now. Right down Main Street, caught him looking. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Career numbers against Sonny Gray, just 3 for 14. He also has 1 home run. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Abreu is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
On the ground to the right side. Torres is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Austin Romine. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Row, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Heading out towards shallow right. Lustig moves over. 1 out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And, guys, the things you need to focus on today, you got to watch this team. They have the most errors in the league. You cannot be a successful ball club and kick it around and give this team extra outs. Let's see what happens.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. High in the air out to center field. May on the move. 2 gone.
Batting 8, third baseman.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
At the plate, David Torres. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Matt Davidson. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Line drive to left. Stanton has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Struck him out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. On the ground near home. That rolls foul for strike 1. Gray's ready. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Gregorius over to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Brett Gardner. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. It's 1-2.
Hey, I know how frustrated he is right now. They say the pitcher gets a strike, the hitter gets a strike, and the umpire gets a strike. That's exactly what's happening right now. He's got to regroup. He's got one more.
Count even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Back up the middle. And Gardner's going to reach. It's a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the 3rd. And there you see the Yankees leaderboard as he finds himself second in that category. Here's big Aaron Judge. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
The 1-2. hard on the ground towards short.
Anderson brings it in.
One there. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Lustig waits on it. And that ends the inning. Up next for Chicago, Leury Garcia. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. The 1-1. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Gregorius is there, and he's retired here, 1 away. So with 1 gone for him in the inning, let's check out where they sit in the current standings, and you can see they enter play with a nice 4-game cushion. In the air now out to left field. Gregorius into shallow left. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Ready now for the White Sox, Will Lustig. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Santana giving chase. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Popped him up. Romine moving to his left, and the inning is over. Riding in once again, Domingo Santana. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
1-0 the count. The 1-0. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Ready for another chance? Austin Romine. He flew out in his last at-bat. Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. First pitch on its way. Ball 1. Popped him up. Davidson on the move. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Jacob May back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Yohan Moncada. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Lifted in the air to right field. Santana is going to get there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The first baseman, number 79.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Abreu. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this is on the outside corner for strike one.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Down in order. At the plate, Miguel Andujar. A base hit in his first trip.
For the Yankees, third baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Skied into straightaway right. Lustig has it in his tracks. One down.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, David Torres.
David Torres.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Well, this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Digging in and looking for more, Brett Gardner. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Left side, but well foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a liner. Leaping try there, but he comes up a bit short as this is into left center. A base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Or this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
And he just manages to get his hand in. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chopped weakly to the left.
Anderson picks it up.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Davidson. They'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Hey, this team has been shut down offensively up until this point, Dan. But right here, team's first hit of the game in the 5th inning. Let's see if it sparks some offensively.
You know, this will be interesting, D-Row, to see if they can crack this guy's code. A lot of times, once you get that first hit, several begin to fall after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy can put the screws on this one and tighten things up and not allow any more base hits.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Anderson, originally from the state of Alabama. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Santana is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting. Left
Digging in,
fielder.
Leury Garcia comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. Here's a high pop-up.
And the catch is made right on top of the pitcher's mound for the third out.
A man. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here, interested to see what he goes to.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Davidson backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup this second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Digging in to try it again, Domingo Santana. In his last at-bat, he popped out and fouled ground. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. 0-1 count. Here it comes.
That's a ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Looped out towards short, and this will be taken down no problem for the final. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
Line drive to left. Stanton is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first
The
down.
right fielder, number 12.
Ready for another chance? Will Lustig. He's been great lately, and it's resulted in his being awarded with the American League Rookie of the Month award. 0-1 the count. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
That misses 1-2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the White Sox. him out.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Jacob May. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Romine has it, and that ends the inning. One.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
Riding in once again, Austin Romine. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here, as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. Just missed with a breaking ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Hey. 3-1. Skied into very shallow right. Lustig has a play. He's got it one away.
Now batting.
Here's Didi Gregorius. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lined hard toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher right there. He's well aware of who's having great seasons, who's having the tough seasons at the plate for the opposition. This guy put him in the tough season bucket, and he just gave up a knock to him.
Here's Miguel Andujar now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready with the 0-1. Changeup in for a strike. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Torres.
David Torres.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Now the 1-0. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. No hits to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And this is looked at for a ball. It's 1-1 now to the White Sox second baseman.
He obviously wanted that call on the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Davidson. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Lays off 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Here he comes on 2-0. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Fouled off. Full count. 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Bird is there for it, and the inning is over. Xavier Cedeno been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. Here's Brett Gardner now, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to hit him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
The 2-1. Back up the middle. And he'll turn and try the jump throw to first. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play. Digging in once again, Aaron Judge. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. May waits on it. 2 down. It's been a game of starting pitching so far. As on cue, we give you a look at our starter comparison for these two guys in our 2-0 ball game. Digging in now for the Yankees, Greg Bird. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Yankees, number 30.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Robertson has compiled over 600 innings of work in his major league career. And through those innings, he's worked to a whip under 1.20. League average is around 1.3, so that's a respectable number. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Bases are empty, 1 man in. And he takes a called strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tim Anderson becomes out number 2 this inning. First pitch coming, here it is. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good inning.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the ninth is set to get underway. Juan Minaya enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High and deep to right center. Lustig is in pursuit. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Ready once again, Domingo Santana. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. And there's a swing and a miss, 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1 home. There's a fastball that misses.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or you just pitch around it?
He loses him on ball 4. Ready for another shot now. Didi Gregorius. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
The 1-0 delivery. Bouncer up the middle. Anderson scoops it up. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the...
Your attention, please.
With the same situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander, Aroldis Chapman. Nicky Delmonico is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't...
Oh, look at this. The throw to first. He is out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
Big league play in the hole right there, and that's a pretty good example of why getting hits at this level is so difficult. You know he was running down the line thinking, for real? You gotta be kidding.
Into the box now, Will Lustig. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Jacob May. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
The White Sox down to their last strike. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
4 wins in a row for these guys, and I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about themselves. We'll see how long they can keep this up.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. So the Bronx Bombers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Sonny Gray gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year as he finishes 7 innings, allowing only 1 hit. Miguel Gonzalez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Aroldis Chapman earns the save out of the bullpen, number 38. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Tuesday night baseball from Gary. Here's Brett Gardner now, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Designated hitter.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit back up the middle. Anderson brings it in, and he'll throw against his body to first. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. With that, here's a look at the Yankees' starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Dero, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should.
Striding into the box, Justin Bour, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Grounded back up the middle. Anderson picks it up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this. Jordan Montgomery will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. One of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1. 1-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Judge is on his horse, but this will land out there just foul. Now a swing and a ball foul tip straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the second out. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Tried to get him out front, but it's a ball 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, You know it's only going to go down from there.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Here's another 2-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Abreu's going to head for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, man, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Abreu at second with 2 down. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Torres scoops it up, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting range. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The relay, and he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
Giancarlo Stanton now, a real threat with the bat, of course, as he currently leads the American League in home runs. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. Delmonico is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And let's focus our attention on infielder Yoan Moncada. This guy, when I watch this guy play, I can't help but think back to highlights of Robbie Alomar. The way he's able to play with that baseball, quick hands, dynamic defender, switch hitter with pop from the both sides. 5-tool talents do not come around too often like this guy.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
High in the air out to center field. May moves over. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. He thought about third there, but retreats back to second safely. Digging in now for the Yankees, Didi Gregorius. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he misses. 2-1. He pulls this one into right, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him. Into the box now, Tim Anderson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Tim Anderson becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Popped him up. And there's the second out as he squeezes it in the coach's box. Digging in the switch hitter, Leury Garcia. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And that one got a piece of him. Next up is the sneaky pump of Nicky Delmonico. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or. Next for New York, Brandon Drury. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third. First pitch of the at-bat. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Bouncer up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
And the runner back. He's set. Here it comes. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And that'll hurt as the runner will move into scoring position now. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. There's a swinging bunt up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Working for the punch out and the offering. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. So far this season, Gardner has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. The 0-1 on its way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Gardner is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And then today.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 2-1 on its way. And this will be fouled away. Drury takes his lead at third with 1 away. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Once again, the 3-2. There's ball 4. Riding in once again, Aaron Judge. He's set and the pitch. And the fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
2-0 now. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Now in the box, Justin Bohr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Hard hit ball to second.
Moncada fields it cleanly.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, the first pitch of the at-bat. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Judge. And he makes the catch in the corner. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Jacob May, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Popped him up. Bohr in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now at the plate, Yohan Moncada. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. 4-1.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
He'll whip this one to first in time, and that trying to pick things up where we left off. Gary Sanchez. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Now the 2-1. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. Number 25 for him on the year, as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead. To Carlos Stanton now.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Another full count pitch home. High in the air out towards shallow right. Garcia is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
The batter.
Into the box,
Center fielder,
Aaron Hicks.
Aaron
1 run in
Hicks.
and 1 gone so far this inning. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. High pop up. Davidson over to his left. 2 gone. Here's
Now
Didi
batting.
Gregorius. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4. Brandon Drury will bat next. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Missed with a slider. Gregorius is off at first with 2 away. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. And it's fouled away. The 2-2. On the ground to the left side. Anderson scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. First pitch coming. Here it is.
The first baseman, number 79.
Takes a knee-high fastball.
Abreu.
Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Hit out towards second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home 4th. And as we show you the White Sox leaderboard, you can see that he currently paces the team in that department. Matt Davidson is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Davidson.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
2-2 the count. 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground is short, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Omar Narvaez. No balls and a strike to count. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a line drive. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them home. And a relay to the plate. And the tag gets him. But we do have a tie ball game now with a run scoring on the play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Leury Garcia. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, David Torres. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Swing and a blooper to the right side. Moncada onto the grass. 1 down. Here's Brett Gardner now. It was a walk in his last trip. Now here's the pitch. Grounded to short. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Digging in once again, Aaron Judge comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. High in the air out to center field. May waits on it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Stepping in, Justin Bour. A couple of groundouts on his batting line in 2 trips so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Gardner leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Comes set and the 0-1. Fouled away. Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez.
He swings and lines it to left.
And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Next up is the sneaky pop of Mickey Delmonico. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Mickey Delmonico.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Delmonico, a 25-year-old. He was taken in the 6th round back in 2011.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level. And he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out. Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. Hot shot down the line. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this is a fair ball as it'll make its way toward the 335 sign. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
Here's the 0-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. That gets down as 1 run is in.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight. Ready for another shot now, Matt Davidson. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now a big swing by Davidson, and he connects. A ball carrying well. And this one is gone, a home run.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing the ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Judge is on his horse. The windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Sanchez moving to his left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, catcher.
Ready once again, Omar Narvaez will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher. 2 out, nobody on. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. Carson Fulmer takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 51.
Now batting, Giancarlo Stanton. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is looked at off the plate for a ball. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Center fielder.
Standing in, Aaron Hicks. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
3-1 to him now. The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
A ball and no strikes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Set. Here's the 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 one more time. Hit back up the middle. Anderson brings it in. To second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. At the plate, Brandon Drury, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And the run will score on the wild pitch. My goodness. now the 1-0. This is line to left. Delmonico is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. Chad Green will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
Number 57, Chad Green.
First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left.
And leading off with a white
this will wind up a foul
right
ball.
fielder.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. Green, playing here in his age 26 season. He was selected in the 11th round back in the draft of 2013.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment. I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. There's a strike. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. Strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Up next for Chicago.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Count even now at 1-1. And that's taken for a cold strike 2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that... Striding in once again, David Torres. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
A curveball that catches the inside corner. Line drive, base hit down the line. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. No one out with a runner at second. 2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
3-0 now. Aaron Judge is on deck. 3-1 now to Brett Gardner.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Called strike, and that'll run it full. Little tapper down the first baseline. Abreu has it, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Ready once again, Aaron Judge. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Bullet back up the middle. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 6-3 contest. Digging in and looking for more, Justin Bohr. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. May over to his left. And that ends the inning. Digging in once again, Jacob May coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Judge is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Yohan Moncada. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Judge going back on it. Still going back. Wow, that's up onto the patio.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid.
Matt Davidson will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. Abreu stands at first with 1 out. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Little tapper down the third baseline. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tim Anderson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Chances set. Here's the 0-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Ready for another shot now. Omar Narvaez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
3-1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Payoff pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. Up next for Chicago, Leury Garcia, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Late that time for a strike. A swing and a miss at a ball down. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Swing hard liner to left center, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Ready now for the White Sox, Nicky Delmonico. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. 3 runs already home here. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side. Leading off the inning, Gary Sanchez. And they'll need him to get something going here. Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Too high, and it's 3-0. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. And that's over. 3-1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one on the corner.
Digging in to try it again. Giancarlo Stanton, 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. First delivery to him on the way. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Hit hard on the ground to second. One there. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Hicks. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. In there, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot down the line in right, number 11 for him on the season. As they try to claw back, it's a 5-run deficit. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Yeah, Matty V, you don't see this very often, Dero. Wind blowing in like it was today, and the ball is still leaving the ballpark.
Yeah, and I think both pitchers used it. It was a disadvantage. They thought with the wind blowing in, they could attack the zone. They left a lot of pitches over the middle of the plate, and both these offense proved them wrong.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Flying toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. So the 2-out hit here keeps the inning alive for Brandon Drury.
Up next for the Yankees.
Last pitch was a fastball. Tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hit.
And he takes ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Grounded back up the middle. Anderson picks it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Into the box now, Will Lustig. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Now at the plate, Yohan Moncada, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And a fastball just misses for ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time. The hustle and bustle of downtown Chi-Town. Welcome back to Guaranteed Rate Field and baseball on the show. Juan Minaya comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Here's the first pitch to him. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And this will be put away easily for the out.
Up next for the Yankees.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Brett Gardner. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. Delmonico waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's big Aaron Judge. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. Sliced hard on the ground. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have put an end to their 4-game slide as this ball game is over. And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Chicago